And now we should be live everywhere. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. I always forget to open something. Every single time. Every single time. I never fail. Let's take a look at this. Now, let's take a look at this. Okay. That's fine. Actually, yeah, we'll take a look at this, and then on, let's open Radar Omega. One second, guys. I'm trying to turn on something here. Yes, display temperatures. Thank you. And we actually do not need to display. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. 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 That'll do. How's it going? Let's make sure my levels are correct. Hello? What is going on? I have not changed any of my settings. I don't know why my YouTube is being quieter. I can't really push my volume up more on YouTube. It's got to be an OBS problem because I haven't changed any of my settings ever on YouTube. How do I sound over on TikTok, guys? This is the latest Euro AI forecast for snow, but we're gonna go over all the models. Yeah, it's always a YouTube problem. What the heck? With the audio, at least. I don't know. I'm gonna clip if I go any louder on YouTube. Check. Now it's gonna be. All right, let's try this. Check. How's that? Is that better on YouTube? Check. All right. Hopefully that's better. Check. Is that better? Hey guys, we'll get started here in a second. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. We'll keep the volume up a little bit louder. A little bit louder over there. All right. Check. Okay, so we got all sorts of interesting stuff from our latest model runs. Latest Euro 00Z. Slam in the upper Midwest, kind of Great Lakes region and New England. A little bit of snow maybe for the coastal New England. Latest GFS. We got a little bit of severe weather to talk about today too, guys, and maybe tomorrow. Latest GFS. You push out into La La Land. You got some big snow through the central plains, up through portions of the Ohio Valley, Midwest. Big snow. For the Northern Rockies, upper Midwest. Obviously, the Rockies are getting flamed right here with snow. I mean, not really flamed. That would mean no snow. They're getting slammed with snow. And then New England as well. They all love New England. New England is looking good moving forward here for some snow up in the mountains. Really good start to the season. You got our Euro AI. Again, kind of likes the same type of concept as the GFS here. You got our Canadian, which wants to give snow to nobody. Oh, it updated a little bit of snow upper Midwest and then through the Great Lakes and then inner New England as well. God, I need to change my number. I get like 50 spam calls a day. I'm about to just get a new number and just reset everything. I don't even care anymore. It's so annoying every 15 seconds of every day having to look down and hang up a call because it's all telemarketers and spam. It's getting so bad. Like something needs to change. There needs to be like a law passed. I'm dead serious. There needs to be a law passed, a federal law that makes it illegal to like spam this amount because I literally get 20 calls a day at a minimum. I can't stand it. Yeah, it was never ever this bad when I was in like high school, college, even going back like 6 years ago. It was never this bad. It's nonstop nowadays. Yeah. Sure, a law from the government would work, said no one. Well, laws from the government do work because people don't want to go to jail. But there are people that ignore them. But they typically reduce the amount of activity because people don't want to break the law. Statistically, if there's a law, people commit less of it because they don't want to go to jail. But people still do it, but less people do it. I'm just so sick and tired of having to hang up on telemarketers and spam calls all day. I'm so sick of it. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't stop it. It would hopefully just maybe reduce it a little less calls. Anyways, yeah, there's a Canadian. Canadian doesn't see like snow for anyone, but I don't believe the Canadian. We're gonna get a little bit more snow action than that, guys. Trust me. I looked at the GraphCast, our next gen AI model that's supposed to be better than everything else. And GraphCast really, really likes snow in this region as well. Maybe Chicago, but definitely Milwaukee and Minnesota. The GraphCast AI model wants to put good snow through there, but maybe 28th or 29th. Small chance we get snow in Minneapolis, by the way, on the 26th, just in 5 days from now, but we'll see. There's some models hinting at it, but I don't know. Moisture's outrunning it a little bit. I'll show you this. I think the moisture's outrunning it a little bit. If we were to take a look here. Okay, here is the 25th into the 26th. There are some models that think this might tilt up a little bit quicker, this low pressure, pulling in good snow for Minneapolis on the 25th into the 26th, but I'm not fully sold on it yet. The GraphCast saw it too. We might have, I think what's going to happen is this moisture is going to outrun this storm system is going to just outrun this trough, okay? So I'm going to get into answering all your guys' questions. Give me 1 second. I want to show you something here. Let's go to 850. No, not 850 millibar vorticity. Let's go into heights, 500 millibar vorticity. So, yeah, here's getting into the 25th, 26th. Here's our shortwave trough ejecting up through the plains. Here's our cold air. Now, if this outpaces our cold air, they're not going to link up here. You would want this shortwave trough right here, this low pressure system, to slow down, and then you'd get big snow, or at least good snow, through portions of Minnesota, maybe northern Iowa and Wisconsin, but we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Anyways, okay, I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm going to run through what the changes, the update, the forecast. Give me a few minutes, and then I'm going to go. And what's going on, Matt? You never called me back. I'm mad at you. What's going on, B? Marissa? Leanne? Tina? I'm going to run through the next week or two and give you some of the updates, talk about a little bit of severe weather, and then I'm going to get to answering all your questions. Man, I think there was extra caffeine in my coffee this morning. So here's the latest Euro. Let's go to the 0-0 so we can see a little bit farther out. What is going on, Emmanuel? What's going on, everyone? I'm going on vacation today through Monday. And my bad, yesterday was hectic. Yeah, welcome to my life, dude. I literally start working every morning at 4 a.m. and I'm not done working till 7 p.m. every single day. And then I get home and I go to bed at 8. So I'm up. So I get home and I'm up for like an hour because I go to bed at 8 to wake up at 4. I think I'll be... Maybe I'll take Saturday off of waking up early. Maybe I won't stream Saturday morning or put out a video Saturday morning. What do you guys think? I might not do that. All right, here we go. Here's what's happening right now. We have some cold air moving into the northeast. Some moisture, mix of rain, mix of cold, mix of snow. Moving into the northeast, we got some weather, some moisture, a low pressure system moving through kind of Dixie Alley today. We're going to have a little bit of a tornado threat through here. Let's take a look at that. Pop right into this bad boy. We're just going to look at the tornado threat because that's where our hail and wind threat is going to be today, so we don't need to look at all the other crap. Okay. Wait, what did I just turn on? There we go. So, taking a look here. There's our tornado threat. Oh, just updated from when I made the video. They actually stretched it a little bit farther north. Anyways, tornado chances. Most of Mississippi's in this, except for far south and far west. You got most of, northern, western, central Alabama in here, and then most of Tennessee, really, except for eastern Tennessee. Nashville, you're in this 2% tornado threat today. Taking a quick look at when this could roll through. Oh my gosh, Emmanuel with the $5 super chat. Holy crap, my super chats will be more spaced out. We currently have to fix our... Emmanuel, it's never necessary. I fully get it, man. Hey, look, my donations are working. You're all good, Emmanuel. You've been way too generous to me anyways. All right, just so you guys can see how this is looking, we'll take a look at the 12Z HRRR forecast, severe weather, reflectivity, so you understand the timing of this today. Here we go. Okay, I'm not going to make the map look perfect. Here we go. We're stretching into, we'll go like this. Getting into, this would be this afternoon. Wow, the airstrip bar doesn't see anything. I don't know if you're in here, Matt, but what? Let's look at our NAM 3K. It's got to be talking about this back end right here. Really, really late into the evening. We're going to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and we are driving through the risk today. It doesn't look like much of a risk anymore. But we're still watch the area. Keep your updates on. Let's look at our 12Z Rufus. It's got 14 hours out now. Okay, yeah. So the 12Z Rufus still sees some stuff. You can see right here. It's kind of a discrete setup. I think that's the issue. And you probably have some good shear down here. Let's take a look. 850. 850. You got some shear. Helicity. Yeah, you got some decent helicity. Let's look at our SigTor parameters. They're there. They're there. So, yeah. Stay updated in this area, guys. Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, South Central Kentucky. Possible to get a spin up today. Imagine I see it's raining on my 6-hour drive today. You better FaceTime me right away if you do. You'll probably actually go live and show people and then FaceTime me after. All right, anyways. That's what's going on with that today. A little bit of a downtrend in the threat, which is good. But anyways, I want to get to answering your guys' questions. So that's, and then we get into this weekend. It's warm everywhere. More moisture moving into the southwest. Another storm system moving into the northwest. Here's our big pattern flip that's going to start, or here's what's going to start to promote our big pattern flip. This trough moving into the northwest. Guess what? New England's still cold. Still wet and moist. I know you guys love that word. Getting into next Monday. Boom. Our polar jet is having a crash out. It's like, my God, there's so much cold air. I got to go south. Total crash out of the polar jet, dipping down to the south. We start to get a lot of cold air pushing into the plains, Ohio Valley, out towards the east as we get into the day before Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving. Boom. Lots of cold air. Lots of cold air, and we could get some really good lake effect snow late into the 26th, early into Thanksgiving morning, because we have a lot of cold air moving over these warm Great Lake waters. Lake effect snow could be extra amplified early in the season because the gradient between the cold air and the temperature of the lakes could be steeper. But yeah, we're cold on Thanksgiving. There it is. Big storm system moving into the northwest. That's eventually going to try to dive. Well, it's not, the newest models don't want it to dive too far south. They want it to go straight through the upper Midwest, through the Great Lake region, out into New England. Continued cold, really. Look at our polar jet. This is pretty far south. Right now it's up here, so just so you know how far south it's dipping. And it's compressing all of this warm air to the south. We're going to have a little bit of a ridge that's going to want to set up over the southeast and the southwest, keeping it warm. But more snow for the upper Midwest, more snow for the upper Midwest. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the latest Euro, the models are just slamming this region up here, upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and New England. But have no fear. Our teleconnections show a fantastic sign that this is not just a quick 1 week and a half kind of, temperature dip. Everyone's like, it's going to come and go. It's going to get hot again. Well, I don't know about that, guys. This is probably going to stick around. I think December as a whole is going to be a below average month. I think December as a whole is going to be an above average snow month. Here's the latest. I'm about to get to your question. Here's the latest from our Arctic Oscillation. The control basically stays negative the entire month, except for a little period right here around Christmas. But again, it's not really even going positive. It's staying neutral. So cold air. The mean is neutral and the control is negative. Great for cold air throughout the month. This is the latest update from the European Weeklies teleconnection. EPO, we all know what this means. Big Alaskan ridge, great for cold air in the plains and out east. That's the latest. Good sign. Good sign. AO, you want this negative if you want a big snowstorm up through the mid-Atlantic. If you want a nor'easter, you want it negative. Pretty negative in here, guys. From about the 1st of December, almost up to Christmas. And then it drops down again around New Year's. Pretty good sign. PNA, West, you do not want this to be positive if you want this cold air and snow to be moving into the Rockies as well. Good thing for you is it is positive, the control most of the way, but barely positive. I mean, if you're between -1 and 1, this is kind of a neutral phase of the PNA, so I think you're still going to get a good amount of cold air and moisture pushing into the west throughout December. We'll have some good chances for you guys out west. That's why, though, if you take a look at the latest forecast, if you take a look at the latest forecast from the Climate Prediction Center, that is why we've got really, like, if you push out to 8 to 14 days, they're showing really cold for everyone except for a little bit of California here, southeastern ridge, but a lot of times you see cold east or cold west. This is pretty cold from coast to coast because, again, the PNA is pretty neutral, and then a massive, really intense negative EPO is going to spread that cold air across the states, especially with the polar vortex collapse. Anyways, all right. So that's what's going on. Oh, WPO, this allows for high latitude blocking. This combined with our negative NAO, negative EPO is fantastic for cold air and winter pattern from coast to coast as well. We're negative pretty much here. At least the latest European model thinks from right before Thanksgiving all the way through Christmas. So big signs for an extended cold pattern. And listen, December 4th, 5th, it might warm up for a few days. Don't be like, oh, you said extended cold. I'm talking about for the average of the month from December 1st to December 31st. I don't know why I'm forgetting how many days are in December. December 1st to December 31st. The month as an average is likely to be below average. And I think we're going to have above average now. Doesn't mean you're not going to have a few days here and there or a small stretch where you warm up again. A lot of times you get warm. You get that trough moves through, some warm air builds up behind it, another cold air push comes in. You know, it's a push and pull. All right, anyways, let's talk. Let me take your guys' questions. Doesn't just have to be about snow and cold. We can talk about the severe weather as well. This upcoming Sunday into Monday, we actually could have a little bit of a threat as well. Southern Plains into Dixie Alley. Will we get snow in New York City? 100%, I think, this year. Yes, you're going to get snow in New York City. I would say you've got you got a good chances for a big snowfall in New York City in December. I'm not so sure about the second half of winter yet. It may look a little bit warmer out east. Not so sure about it yet, but I'm banking on some good snow in the mid-Atlantic in December. 100%. All right. Good morning, Connor in chat. What's going on, Kay? Thanksgiving will be wet for me. Oh, okay, Bryce. And a little snow. It'll be a little. The weather app is showing like 4 days of snow in small soda. I love how you call it small soda. Yes, the mini of soda cans. That's wild for me. Yeah. Did they update that yet? Because I'm looking on my weather app and they're showing all rain, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah. I don't know, guys. Oh, I gotta cover where I live. My app is showing rain Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's not gonna be all rain. It'll update. Very likely. When is it going to snow in Buffalo, New York? Next really good opportunity isn't too far away. We were talking about that lake effect snow that looks like it's going to pop through here. This would be nice lake effect snow for Buffalo based on the westerly direction of these winds. The 26th into the 27th, that could be some nice snow. Late on the 26th, early on the 27th. Could get a nice lake effect snow band over Buffalo. That'd be your first opportunity there. 24-degree high and rain is what mine says one day. Yeah, I know. I don't know what this weather app is saying. Yeah, my weather app says that our high on Friday and Saturday is below freezing, and it's going to be raining all day. No. Nope. This time of year, it's too cold in the mid and upper atmosphere. And if you're below freezing at the surface, it doesn't take a genius to know that's not going to be rain. All right. Sounds like no, it's not. It's going to be snow. Shut up, weather app. Do your job better. When is it? Okay. How are we feeling about it getting cold on the coast? It'll get cold on the coast. This cold air, guys. This cold air is inevitable. It's inevitable. I've been saying it for 2 weeks, which you shouldn't do, but I've been saying it just because it was the stratosphere was warming at an alarming rate, the earliest that it ever has. So you're guaranteed to get at least some cold air. Here we go. Here's our anomalies moving forward, ladies and gents. Oh, it's hot. Thanksgiving, cold. See what I'm saying? And look, you can get a brief warm up. There's some cold air for the east, from a lot of the country, but then little warm up, right? Little warm up right in here, little warm up, and then some more cold. This is what every model's saying. I think the Euro AI is still being crazy with the cold. Cold, a little warm, freezing. We're all the way out towards December 6th. That's my brother's birthday. Oh, it's my sister's birthday, too. Happy birthday, Jordan. Even though you're probably not watching. Guys, I messed up. I thought her birthday was tomorrow. No, I didn't mess up by thinking her birthday was tomorrow. I messed up by telling her that I thought her birthday was tomorrow. So now she's going to be upset at me. I should have just not told her that that's what I thought. I should have just pretended like I always knew it was the 21st. Listen, I'm one of 6. Every single one of our birthdays is an even number. All 5 of us, except for her, which is an odd number. So it's her fault. I defaulted to even. Anyways, let's keep answering questions. Good morning, sir. It's been a while. What is going on, Tad? Yeah, I feel like it has, Tad. Why you just leave me hanging like that? What the heck, man? I'm just kidding. Never believe big weather. Yeah, guys. Big weather. We don't believe big weather. Nope. Just like Big Pharma, we don't believe big weather. Big weather's a scam. It's a lie. Protest big weather. Okay, I appreciate you. Slow rolling. I appreciate you. It's a weather app. I know, but the weather app still pulls from models. What model is showing it raining at 31 degrees in Minnesota in December? When you know the mid and upper atmosphere is cool enough because this cold air is pushing in from the north. This isn't a storm system that's moving in from the south, like a low pressure that's going to shove some warm air in between. Doesn't make any sense. South Texas all the way down south. Look. Most of these models have it getting cold down there, too. I mean, look at this. The Euro AI thinks it's going to be like, dang, 20 degrees in Houston. Let's take a look at this. 276 hours out. I'm not saying it's going to be. This is far out, and this is a little bit of a bullish model, but it's going to get cold. I don't know if it's going to get this cold. Apparent temperature. Yeah, look at it. It's got the feels like down in Houston getting into the 20s. Dallas, 19 degrees. The Euro AI is being pretty bullish on that. For sure. I have an app called WX. It's based off the news reports. Interesting. I don't think I've heard of that app. Today high 54. Today high 54, low 38. That's pretty normal. That's not too big of a swing. That's how my kids are. All odd numbers. That's funny. So what about this snow system coming into Dakota? Yeah, so a little bit for North Dakota right here. This isn't going to be a ton, but potentially late on the 24th, late Monday night, early Tuesday. What we're looking at for the upper Midwest and for the Dakotas is this bad boy right here. Or this bad boy right here. This bad boy right here. Late on the 27th. So this could be, this is Thanksgiving evening on the Euro, right? And then this is the day after Thanksgiving. So this is Friday morning after Thanksgiving next week. Tons of snow. This would be big snow. Wants to keep it maybe out of southern South Dakota, but we'll see. That's big snow for the northern plains. And then another one right after it. And then another one right after it. So the Euro's being pretty aggressive for the northern plains and upper Midwest. Did coastal nor'easter disappear? It did, but it's still not off the table because you can see there's still a couple opportunities here. Well, you do have this snow trying to actually, this could end up being farther south and trying to put some snow into the mid-Atlantic, but you're still having these dips in the jet stream. Like again, like this dip here could promote a nor'easter. You've got some other models. This dip, right, even this right here could promote a nor'easter if it amplifies a little bit more. There's still opportunities because the model doesn't really know what's happening all the way out here. What we know that's happening all the way out here is we have tons of cold air being pumped out towards the mid-Atlantic and New England, and we have lots of moisture being funneled up towards that cold air. So any of these could technically turn into a nor'easter. And luckily for you, the models are never accurate this far out. So, you know, it's not going to play out exactly like this. One of these could end up being a nor'easter. The whole point is you have opportunities here, which are really nice. We didn't see this amount of opportunities in early December last year or any time within the last 5 years. This is like the most aggressive early December that we're seeing snow-wise in quite a while. I want Snowmageddon in Connecticut. I bet you do. Maybe we'll get it this year. 10 Fest Pops. Josh, I appreciate you. Alan, what's going on? I dropped a link for the app in the Weather Discord, in Weather Talk Discord. Emmanuel, awesome. I'll take a look at it. Thanks. Shout out to Euro AI for keeping my hopes alive. Yeah, the Euro AI. Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be better than the Euro too, you know. So you're like, we'll see though. I talked about this. The Euro AI guys has been training since 2023. It's kind of taken its training wheels off a little bit. It's been learning to ride its bike with training wheels. Winter of 23-24, winter of 24-25. Now it's going to try to take the training wheels off and actually pump out some good forecasts. We don't know if it's gonna though. It might fall over, get a boo boo, and then we're gonna have to put the training wheels back on for next year. We'll see. But someone went into one of my comments and said, aren't all weather models AI? You put info into a computer and it spits out forecasts? No. And they were asking a general question. They weren't trying to like be smart or anything. They were actually genuinely interested. So I actually liked the question. But no, our regular operational and deterministic weather models have algorithms. You input the actual physics of what's going on in the atmosphere into the algorithm, and it spits out an equation and puts the weather systems where it thinks it's going to go, and the snow where it thinks it's going to go, and the rain and all that stuff. Weather AI models take a look at 100 years, at least 50 years of historical weather data. They take a look at what was the atmosphere like at this moment in time, and what did that lead to? And they use all of that data to spit out a forecast. It's not actually applying the current physics of the atmosphere into an algorithm. It's taking the current physics of the atmosphere and finding a time in history that was very similar and learning from that time in history what actually ended up happening, and then applying that and showing you, hey, it's almost like it's just pulling nonstop historical analogs to show you this is actually what ended up happening the last time we saw something very similar to this atmospheric setup. And that's why eventually the longer our AI models learn, inevitably they're going to become perfect. Probably, I mean, when I say perfect, maybe 100 years from now, they're going to be able to be like, hey, 30 days from now, you're going to get 2.4 inches of snow in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's going to be correct. That's where it's going to go. But that's a long way away. They're trying to get perfect through like a week out over the next decade, like where they can say 7 days from now, this is what's going to happen. They got to get there first. But the longer they train and the longer they learn and from historical data, and the more historical data they have to pull from, they're going to start to get really freaky. Now, they're going to get really freakily close. Luckily, I will be dead by then, so I won't lose my job, because when that happens, we won't need meteorologists. All right. Everyone just have to become software programmers to keep the AI going. Yeah. Is it still El Paso? It's a La Nina. Is that what you're asking? Okay. Northern Indiana hopes to get snow. There's chances for Northern Indiana here over the next couple of weeks. 100%. We see them. They're going to get very freaky. Yeah, that's right. The AI models. I didn't mean it like that. Is Southern Appalachia chances going down? No. The Southern Appalachia has great chances for December. Lots of cold air, lots of pushes of moisture. It's looking great. I know we're seeing this big void of snow down here in the next 2 weeks, but guess what? These models aren't accurate past really 7 days normally. So don't worry. You got all sorts of chances. We have some of the coldest air we've seen collapse into the south this early in the season in years, and we've got excess moisture pushing in. We've got an MJO phase setting up, which loves some moisture and which loves some cold and snow for the states. Eastern QBO, there's some extended negative NAO. There's not everyone's going to see. Most people are going to see a cold December, but not everyone's going to see a snowy December. But a lot of people, more people than not, I think will see pretty good snow in December. It's never everyone. You got to be getting the right. You got to be in one of the storm tracks. This whole sub and dom conversation all over again. Colorado Springs has had no snow yet. I would think that's pretty normal now. Through mid-December, through mid-November. When do you guys typically get? Colorado Springs average. Let's see. Let me ask AI. 1 second. All right. Come on, AI. Tell me. All right. Good. It gave me a link to NOAA. That's what we like. November averages, Colorado Springs averages about 3.5 to 4 inches in November. It's not very much. You could get that. You could hit your average here. There's some snow opportunities before we push into December. Could be here right at the end of November. Could hit your average. What does Northwest Missouri look like for December? Again, it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold in Northwest Missouri. Will we get snow? Well, a lot of the models do like an opportunity for some 1 or 2 good snowstorms through the Central Plains. So I'd say there's a good opportunity there. What about Florida? Florida's going to be stuck under a ridge. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Here's our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Florida's hot. Here's our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. Florida's hot. When you get cold air everywhere, there's got to be a ridge set up somewhere. You never get complete troughing over the states. And there's likely going to be a ridge set up, high pressure ridge, right there. Keeping it nice and toasty. You'll get some below average temperatures in December, though. You will. We could see a double SSWE. Sudden transpheric warming event collapse, so. Ugh. Nancy, Suzanne. I appreciate you guys. A little New York snow. It's December gives New York a lot of chances here, including the city in Long Island. Flying out of Milwaukee December 1st to Colorado. Hope the weather won't delay. Yeah, that's an interesting time. We could have some snow moving through Milwaukee around that time. There's definitely an active winter storm track end of November, early December there. Can I tell you about Arizona this weekend? Sure. Let's take a look. We'll pull into our latest Euro. Here we go. Arizona. Getting some moisture as we move through today and getting into tomorrow morning. Another low pressure system begins to move in. Saturday looks pretty dry, pretty warm for Arizona. Sunday could be a washout for Arizona. Complete washout. Maybe a tiny bit of snow in the highest of elevations, but mostly just rain. Washout and warm. So I'd say today and Saturday look pretty nice, but you start getting into Saturday evening, late Saturday, and yeah, this looks like this low pressure system is going to swallow up Arizona. Utah Mountains, we've had very little snow. Yeah, I mean, you guys have a decent amount of snow being projected moving forward here. Let's take a look at a 00Z. Boom. This right here, and we're only talking about 200 hours out, would be monster snow for the Utah and Colorado mountains. So the GFS and Euro AI agree with this too. So I think your chances of some really good snow right as we're transitioning into December, sometime November 29th to December 1st, is pretty good. Guys, I'm actually going to try to get on and stream a little bit later, maybe for an hour this afternoon. I got to get off. I post videos every single day on this stuff. Every single morning, I have a video up talking about all this stuff today. I live stream every morning. I'm going to live stream a little bit later today. I will this afternoon. Mods, I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the follows, guys. I appreciate the gifts being in here, helping my algorithm. Appreciate it so much. Have a fantastic Friday, and I'll be on a little bit later so we can continue to discuss. We'll see the 12Z, 00Z updates, which will be pretty nice, and I will answer your questions. All right, everyone. Have a good day. Happy Friday.